Hello, back on the stream, and I want to start the same way as last time. I want to draw a little bit, and then I'll get to the game. You know, I'm really liking this. Uh, Getting back into it little by little, rather than push it all the way to the end with. Oh, yeah. I was going to start making a thumbnail for Eve, since that was the first game I played on stream. Was it? Yes, it was the first game I played on stream. But I realized that I also need a thumbnail for whenever I draw. So I think I'm gonna make a quick Gris draws thumbnail instead. Need to get everything set up. I'll be back to it in just a moment. There we go. That's actually why I had chosen this music. I was like, yeah, it's a horror game. Let's put some horror background music. And then, well, you see what happened. Also, what's that there? I'm seeing something that shouldn't be there. What are you? Oh no, you shouldn't be here. You should stay there. Thank you. Also, this helps as a way to get me used to this new tablet I got. Before this, I used to have an old style pen tablet that I had to watch the screen all the time. I got this one because I was like, hey, I need another screen, and it would also be cool to get used to drawing, you know, to know where I'm putting my pencil. Back in animation school, when I had just started, I was there was one of these pen thingies, but I was not very keen on it because it had an amazingly long delay between when you draw and when it shows on the screen. So I was like, I really don't like it, and I thought that it was a feeling on the screen, but no, it was the fact that it was not as responsive as I expected. Like, if I wanted to get the feeling like I was putting my pen when I was drawing, I'd rather go with an actual paper and pen, you know? But when I realized that it was the fact that it was a really, really old tablet that everybody used, and that it only had a really, really long delay precisely because it was not properly calibrated, I was like, hey, maybe I should give it another try. And now that I'm trying it, I'm absolutely loving it. And also, that gives me a second screen, which I need for work. Speaking of work, today I have a mission. Do not complain about work. Every time I fail, I'm gonna put down one mark. I'm gonna put this one here because it's basically the first time that I'm complaining about work. But I have to stop doing it, and I guess getting a tally of how badly I'm doing is the second best way to do it. So let's see. We're going to go for a standard. Oh, I know. Let's do that One Piece meme. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it in One Piece. No, not drawing. It's writing. Yes, this is the one. It's a Blackbeard. I don't even watch One Piece. I do not dislike it. I just don't want to get into something that's very, very long. Not again. I might get into it once it's over. But right now I'm not big into going too deep into it. Like I've already made my time in the mines. I don't need to go back to it right away. And if you know me, you know which mines I'm speaking of. But I don't dislike it. I actually have a friend who absolutely loves One Piece. And he tells me about it every time there's something new and interesting. I listen to him. I don't mind the spoilers because, well, I don't really care about where it's going and whatever. So I'm fine listening to it. Canvas, your window. I put you over here so that I can have you as a reference. I actually think a lot of its animation is amazing, so I'm not going to shit on it just because it's something that I'm not watching. The whole opposite. I do know how impactful it has been in the world and the industry, both at the same time. And I'm not gonna be sour grapes about it. Either you move with the times, or the times leave you behind. And right now, the times are carrying One Piece as its standard. So right now, I know this is for writing, but I'm gonna make it for drawing. In fact, I should probably take away this and make it something else. Maybe put a set of watercolors here. Mostly because... No. I don't want to draw a brush. I want the pencil. So let's make it... I know. I'm going to make it the little thingy where I put the writing pencil, and this is going to be a literal tablet. Now for this one, something that you guys probably don't know is that Griswold does not have a nose. That is, I do not have a nose. Ha ha ha. I got you there. I haven't been able to do a proper nose just yet. I wanted looking a little bit more down. Yeah, just like that. Probably do a different one later, but since this meme is still alive, I might as well do it right now. I'll leave it to you to guess what I'm drawing. But yeah. Once again, I'm not going to complicate myself too much. I could do several thumbnails, but I just want to do this. So, really, let's go for this. And I take this over here, and I go over here. Put here. Ah, it's too big. Put this over there. You, my good sir, I'm gonna have to move you over there. And my reference is going to be moved as well. The one thing I'm still not used to is to managing both keyboard and tablet, as you can hear me struggling with my keyboard on screen. Like, I don't want to have it right in front of me, but I need it for the shortcuts, which I'm already used to. Now I feel a little bit uncomfortable because... Okay, so, I'll figure it out at some point. I do have the little shortcuts at the left. But... Am I? Yes, you can hear me. Hold on. Copy. Paste it. Let's take it over here. It might not be perfect, but at least it's something. Shush. What do you mean there's no object to transform? This is here. Here. This is what I want. Not so hard. I need it to be soft. The mother's gentle. Oh, I need pen. And I want to use this one. I really like the feeling. I don't even remember where I got it. Place. I'm sure nobody is interested in Griswold's lore just yet, but at some point I'll tell everybody about it. Nothing too deep. Actually, you can read about it. I made a comic a long time ago, which I'm no longer continuing. because now I have other projects, and it was a very personal comic at the time. Feelings that I was going through that I'm not going through anymore. And I don't think, well, I might be able to continue it, but it would be like hindsight 2020, like with the understanding of how that experience changed me as a person and whatnot. Because, of course, while this is an avatar, it's representative of me. I'm gonna make it so that one goes here. And I am thinking, well, I was thinking of unmasking, like, after a while, after I got a certain amount of followers, stuff. But I think I should unmask earlier. First of all, because while Griswold is older than it, people will see it and think that this is a mixture of Gangle and Pomni, which it is not. I do love the amazing digital circus, but this is definitely not inspired at all by it. Rather, the reason I love those characters is because they look like this OC of mine. I love gestures, and I love masks. That's why I combine them. So that's why I've been thinking of revealing the lore earlier rather than later. If you're wondering what that brushing noise is that's the I think that's Jill adjusting her uniform because that's what's in the background in the video. I can't wait for October to be here so that I can start playing horror games again. I know that there's nothing that limits me to play horror games and whatnot, but I like going by a theme. It gives me a direction. Oh, give me a sec. I'm thinking I'm going to grab everything from here, push it a little back. Stop it. This. Then I'll clamp over here and make it just that bigger. No, what happened? Oh, I accidentally cropped. I think we all had a period in our lives where we didn't want the things that we did ridiculed because they were so close to us that it felt like we were being ridiculed. I think that happens a lot of times when you're young, when you're in your elementary age. I know for a fact that I went through it, and that's why I was so afraid of showing a lot of the things that I did. I was afraid of them being ridiculous to other people, and thus myself being ridiculed. And there is a current fad, well, not fad, it's something that's been going for a long time, where people draw themselves in means, ridiculous positions in order to elicit humor and make themselves more approachable to people. Because we're all human, in a way, and we want to feel close to other humans by telling them, hey, look, I make mistakes too. I'm just as human as you. And it's not easy for everyone to get to that point. Once you do, start playing a little bit more with yourself. And start to learn that it's not a big deal. You shouldn't feel ashamed of anything of the sort. So how will I go for this? I usually go line art and then stuff, but I think this demands plasters of colors. So I'm going to grab this yellow or like this orange. I'm going to put it here, and I'm going for my reference over here. I'm gonna set this to multiply. Darken maybe? Yeah, that works better. Oh, perfect. Just what I want. We'll respect the original colors. Okay. What this is, but I'll erase it just in case. Here. Oil paint. Okay, let's try this. I don't expect this to be perfect, but hey, life's all about experimenting, so let's do just that. Oh, look at the texture! Oh my god, that's... Okay, never mind. This is perfect. We got our wood. That's perfect. Yes! Also, I didn't know I don't need to go so low. But I love the feeling. It's been so long since I draw with oils. And since I have to do this a little bit slow, otherwise it won't go through. It feels kind of like drawing with oils. Oils that never run out. Artificial oils. Okay, so that's that. Then here we have the table. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh my god, yes. Yes. Actually, let's try this. Going over here. Okay, you know what? That's kind of perfect as background. I think I'm just gonna leave it and then draw on a different layer for this. I want to do everything in the same layer, just to have a little bit of fun. But I want to be done with this in less than an hour, and if I do that, it's gonna take longer, and I will want to continue for longer. So let me shoot. See, I'm just doing fix-ups and then I'm already getting absorbed into it. I want to fall in love with coloring. I have always been sucky at coloring because I feel like I do not draw color proper. Perhaps part of the reason of that is because I haven't done it properly or given myself the chance to, you know, make mistakes like I'm doing right now. So perhaps that's precisely what I should do. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. That's bald. No, that's not. Okay, let's try. Yeah, let's just make a mess. Let's make a mess. It's gonna suck, but I'm going to enjoy making the mess. Let's make a mess. This? Go with this one. Man, this is gonna be fun. I'm actually having fun. And look at the colors that I'm making. By giving myself a chance to fail, I'm doing interesting mistakes that I can actually use in my favor. Yeah, let's do it all in the same layer. It's gonna be fun. That's that. Then let's use a little bit of the color. Bring that back to make the shade. Then we bring it back to here. Ooh, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Yes, yes. And a little bit of this. Sucks. I love it. Then let's go for me. I'm actually loving the texture. I think I'm gonna do this until I run out of music. This is a 1:36 video. Let's see how much I can complete in that time. I'm having a lot of fun, but I also want to do a little bit of content. I've been saying all the time that I would do an editing stream at some point, where I would just start editing the video, use that as content itself. Ooh. Okay. And I'm gonna make it a little bit darker on the back. There we go. This is the color that I want. Okay, I think it's auto-saving. In fact, we should probably save as... I don't need to get a reference. I'm sorry if at times I go a little bit quiet. I'm just getting in the zone. I'm really enjoying this. I'm having a lot of fun. I want you. Make it a little darker, otherwise we'll get confused. No, let's. What's this? Let's start over here. Then we go towards red. Otherwise it'll get confused. And I don't want that. It's gonna be a little bit hard. We'll power through. Let's just start with that. We should have started with the base. I'm doing it wrong, am I not? Let's try a different strategy then. This way I only have to draw 3 diamonds. And for this one, go a little bit on the orange side, so it can be different. And also for this one, now I need a gray. Be the tablet, which, oh shit, I should have drawn this before. I can draw over there again. The tablet's actually purple. It was cheaper because it was purple and it was just the color that I wanted, so yay! Everybody wants it green, gray, or black. But I wanted a little bit of whimsy in my life. And from this, I'm gonna go for this, a white. This is supposed to be Resident Evil, but I don't recognize it anymore. And I need a sort of black for the pen. Oh man, this is gonna suck so much. I'm gonna love it. The gloves. Oh no, they are the same. Yellow. Yellow! Okay. I need to add a lot more. Let me see how are we doing in the video. Oh, we're just halfway there. we have a lot of time left still. Whew. I'm starting to notice that this is much darker in color, so let's throw in more darkness into it. I'm going to here add this. Go the opposite way. We're going to put this blue, alt color. We're also going to put it to darken. Multiply. Maybe blue is not the color that we want. Let's go more purple-ish. Blue is too cool. There we go. That is what we want. So this is gonna be darkness. Oh, I'm in a different layer. No wonder it was not painting how I wanted. I was like, what? What's going on? There we go. So we over there. Fix it later. Over here. Oh man, this is gonna suck so much. But hey, we're doing it. Like I said, I was gonna give myself the chance to get shit wrong. I need to start doing that more and more. Okay. I did not complain, but I was thinking of complaining about work. So it's another one for here. What's going on? Okay, let me save. Can you tell it's been a while since I do any color mixing? Oh man. Just gonna do my best. even darker for depth of nothing. Wants to. Okay, so I'm liking this much better. The dramatic lightning is what I wanted. So let's fix it where it needs. So rather than the lines, the colors line the shapes. Or at least that's what I believe. While it's been a long time I do any oil painting, I do remember that you start with big strokes, then with small strokes. Make the illusion. What I really liked about oils is that you could make a mess. It wasn't a problem because you can fix it right away. In fact, messes often make things look better. Makes them look like a real person did them. Makes things look organic now. And first you want it to look real, and then you want it to look good. That's what my teacher said. Can't believe just remembered now something she told me so many years ago. I had completely forgotten about it. using. At this point, I'm just messing around, seeing what happens. I do need to do more figure drawing. My grasp of light and color is very noticeable. My drapery. Goodness, my drapery. More like drapery, am I right? I need this. Okay, I do know this one. This should be remakes room? Say room? I'm gonna cheat here because I want to be done already. And lighten. And I want it to be cooler over there and over here. Over here. No, not droplets. I need this. Here and a little bit over here. There we go. And for this one, I need it to be like this. And a little bit like this and this. So that I can this a little bit over here. Now I can start blending and make the illusion like I know what I'm doing. Oh my god, this is like so bad. Okay. Oh no. Save. Quickly save. Don't crash. Please do not crash. I am not done yet. Oh, thank goodness. It did not crash. Oh, but I forgot thumb. So let's define it a little bit. Definitely isn't the best, but I think it's good enough. And it's the exact size that we need. So let me save this. And then we're going to crop. And we are gonna write really before cropping. Oh shoot. Okay. And for no. No. Once again. What was that one? There's French script, but no. Oh, that's too freestyle. There we go. Edwardian. Perfect. Now I need to fix this a little bit. I want a shaft to be visible. Actually, we'll be able to. Then we add some. Yeah, whatever. It's going to be. What's the word? Make it dark blue. Actually, it should be light blue. Then select band area. That's too much. So first of all, I need it to be soft. Let's make it just 5. Now I can change this to the top. There we go. Now we can actually. No. There we go. We save. We crop. No. We crop. File. Port. Save it. 72. Right? I promised myself I will redo this in the future, but for now, this is good enough. And that, guys, that was a drawing stream. For future drawing streams, I'm gonna be using that lovely thumbnail that you just watched me do. Thank you so much for joining me to watch the beauty in progress. And with that, I have my tech for drawing today. So let me get ready for the gaming part of the stream. It'll take just a moment. I need also to take a little break to have something to eat. I haven't eaten in a long time. So I'll be right back with some gaming. Hello! I'm back. I was extremely hungry, but the only thing that I had available that I can eat right away was some energy bars. And well, they're not bad, but they symbolize the fact that I do not have real food available. So I eat them with a little bit of spite, and I'm gonna be eating it every now and then during the stream, so, well, you'll see me doing a lot of moving around but not speaking at times. And you'll see a lot of Gris just going munch, 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 munch. And right now we are just before May's battle in the bridge. I want to get my Pokemon at least to level 20. Not all of them, of course. Only Lillian, Tommy Peckles, and perhaps Angelica Peak. Right now we have... Who do we have with the experience? No, you have the Sooth Bell. Experiencers, yes, yes. We want to get Beverly Big Head to a higher level. See if we... Level 20 is when it evolves, so might as well, right? And a Gyarados is always good in one of these. Let's see. I don't want to get burned. I meant paralyzed. And there it is. We just start and we already get paralyzed. It's really annoying how to deal with paralysis all the fucking time. And I don't want to be dealing with it, so I'm just... I wish there was an item. Oh yeah, there is. There's a cherry berry. I was going to say, I wish there was an item that prevented paralysis, as if you had the limber ability and whatnot. But then I thought that would be a little bit too OP. Even for competitive battles, because that means you're completely immune to a status condition. So the berry would be the proper place to stop it, because it's a one use only. But it's so annoying to have to deal with all of that. Getting paralyzed and confused and fucking you know. Well, I am happy that during the art portion of the stream, I only complained about work once. And I did not complain the second time because I was about to, but I stopped myself. So I'm happy about that. And I do have a lot of things to complain about the work. But at least I have time to stream. And at least, I'm being told, my schedule is going to be fixed soon. But there's nothing set yet. And oh my fucking god! Again with that bullshit! Please let me move, please let me move, please let me move. Yes. Wish you were ground type. Why can't you be immune to the status condition that's making everything difficult here? Do I have ground types? Oh yes, I do. I have the Nincada, which has absolutely no good moves anyway. But... hold on a second. Nincada! I'm sorry, Danny Phantom. You have Scratch, Harden, Leech, and Sand Attack. Leech, Life, and Sand Attack. And never mind, you're not worth the time. Let's just do this again, and give me. I'll be right back. I just need to get some munching. So I can speak a little bit, but I'm gonna sound like I have something in my mouth, so I'll be muted for a little bit. Sorry, I didn't realize that I hadn't unmuted myself. Oh, nice. An easy one. I know it's okay to be one level under the cap for the battle against Mei, so long as we're using super effective moves. But I really don't want my team dying on me. Especially now that we are so far into a run with no rare candies. So, let's pick a topic. A lot of the streamers that I watch usually have something that they are talking about beforehand. I usually just go into the whole I'm going to do this thing for the stream and whatnot. And only now I'm either showing, please don't poison me, 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 no! Come on! Dude! It was so easy just to not poison me! Oh. You deserved that. Ooh, Beverly Big Head got to level 15 and finally learned an attacking move. The worst of them all, but hey. An attacking move is an attacking move. Especially for something like a Magikarp. And at least it got me poisoned when I was in full health, so I don't have to worry about passing away. I was gonna say passing out, but passing away actually fits. On my way to that Pokemon Center. And no, Chucky Fighter needs to level up as well because I want the better pool of things from pickup. So I didn't have time to make food today. That's why I'm having the protein bar. Today was my free day and I decided to do some chores. My usual glasses are scratched to no end, so I decided to go for a new pair. And I am making the proposition that even though it's not going to be consistent, even though it's not going to be constant, I am going to stream every time that I have a free day, if possible. Like, I kind of wanted to go see the Amazing Digital Circus today, but I decided to stay instead, so today I stream. But maybe in my next free day, I decide to actually go for... Calm the... God. Please, please, snap, 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 snap. Arrgh! Please. No, 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 no. Oh my fucking god! No. No, 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 Angelica Pex! Oh, oh, thank goodness. That was so stupid. That was so stupid of me. So stupid. So stupid. My god. Oh my literally was watching out for me. Ah. Okay, I need another protein bite. My mind is not working. There we go. A little bit more of a munch. That was incredibly stupid of me. I shouldn't have done that. I did it. So whatever. Life goes on. So on and so forth. seriously? Well, good thing it doesn't have Effect Spore. For some reason, I always believe Oddish has Effect Spore. What does Oddish have? It has Chloroplast, or Chlorophyll, sorry. How is Beverly Big Head doing? Oh, good special attack. Nice. Oh, shoot. No wonder I can't see anything. Okay. I was playing in the OBS view rather than in the actual game. That's why I couldn't see. So 644. Not so many. Just like 7 battles or so. So long as they're with worthwhile Pokemon. Oh yeah, though I'm playing with hardcore rules, I'm going to apply the shiny clause. That if I find a shiny Pokemon, I can catch it. I don't think I'll find a shiny Pokemon. But if I do, I want to be ready. And for this fella... Ember. Please die right away and don't poison me. And it didn't die right away. And it didn't poison me, good. Okay, that was not good enough, maybe. Okay, Gulpins are not good experience. There was one that gave 90 something, didn't it? And another Gulpin comes along. Of course. If you get burned, I'll give you a prize. God damn it. My fucking god, not again. You know what? No, I'm not going running over to the Pokemon Center. I'm just gonna use an antidote when I'm done here. Please die. Like now. Thank you. Jeez. I have more than enough antidotes. And I'm sure Chucky Fighter is gonna get me more. And I thought getting paralyzed every so often was annoying. Oh no, I'm mine, and speaking of paralysis. But you don't have static, so I can use double kick. Oh, shut up. And it's not enough. But it will be enough if... Oh, okay. That was my cat. Now, how much experience do you give? Oh, that's good experience! I wouldn't mind finding a lot of Minans. Electrike. We meet again. Please get burned or do something that is not... Good. Stay like that. Now stay very still and die. Good boy. Okay, so sometimes I have to take care of my grandmother, and she's an older lady, and I like to put other shows for her. And I decided, I'm a big Jane Austen fan, but I haven't read the Sense and Sensibility book, nor watched the movie. Everybody tells me that the movie's amazing, and that at some point it's actually kind of better than the book. But still, I'm the kind of people who refuses to watch something if there is a book option available first. I'm trying to not to be such a hard ass about that kind of thing, like just making it impossible for me to watch things. So I decided, you know what? Fuck it. Let's watch Sense and Sensibility. And oh my god, it is amazing. Like, I really, really like Pride and Prejudice. I was gonna say Pride and Punishment. Pride and Prejudice, like, seriously, one of my most formative experiences was reading the book in the bus, at the part where Mr. Darcy sends the letter over to Elizabeth. and reading the book in the middle of the bus, in the middle of the ride. I was like, yeah, yes, yes. Oh my god, he was a good person all the while. Like out loud in the middle of the trip. And I really enjoyed that book, and that's why I wanted to make it like a thing for me to read the other one. I really enjoyed it, but I didn't give. I really should get back to reading, you know. I've been reading less and less every day because I'm so distracted by fuck you, Wingle, everything. Anyway, I started watching Sense and Sensibility, and oh my god, it has so. It is true what they said, that there's just like a handful of actors that just jump from one production to the other one. There was Kate Winslet, Emma Thompson, Hugh Grant, and many other actors whose names I cannot recall at this time, but that I've seen in pretty much every English production. Like, it's the same people in a different outfit all the time. And all over the place, like, secondary actors, tertiary actors that I recognize from other English productions. On one side, that's like kind of funny, and the other one, it's kind of sad because it doesn't give an approach to new and upcoming actors in big productions. Like, mostly you see the same older ones. But it's also funny that it's basically a family that's seeing each other all the fucking time. Anyway, I did not finish the movie because it was only me and my grandmother that were watching it, and my dad doesn't like that kind of movies. He prefers action movies. And my dad and my nephew arrived, and it was like, oh well, I guess this is it. So I just stopped in one of... Oh my god. I think I even explained it at my mom, at the part where... what was the name of this lady who... Oh my god, I forgot all the names. I'm so ashamed of myself. I cannot keep a fucking name in. See, this is why I have to read more. Because that's how I learned the names of characters, by reading. Watching them, they do not always fit. Instead, here I am telling you the name of the actors. But it was such a novella. Not gonna lie, one of my favorite manhwa, comic topics, you could say, tropes, is the villainous trope that travels in time and then does her undergoing under whatever shit, or like a girl who reincarnates as the villain of a certain novel and whatnot, and has to make things right. And what I love is the drama of it, that it's how they face the powerlessness of being a woman in a society like that, and then still stand tall. I like it better when it's all on her own merit, and the male lead is not a conduit for it, or rather, it's just a small part of it. I don't like it when the male lead is the one that makes it so that the main lead, female lead, manages to do everything. I love when a female character just takes her own destiny in her hands and says "fuck you" to everybody else. Like, I think that's my favorite trope. That's why sometimes I find male characters annoying, because a lot of the reincarnation comics I've read or seen... Okay, so ReZero is one of the few things that does not fall in this category, that I'm just going to mention it, and I think it's an amazing comic, and I do believe that Subaru is a failed trans girl and she deserves happiness. But a lot of the reincarnation comics that I read for men, it's mostly just a power fantasy, and most of the time it's a harem comic, and I'm not big on the jumping around and not having to choose, or not being able to choose and whatnot. I'm not saying everything is like that, but most of the popular ones that I've seen are like that. Either that, or they are cultivation ones that I have nothing against cultivation stories and whatnot, but they get annoying after a while. And why haven't I put the King's Rock on this on Angelica Peck? Like, holy shit. I just thought of that now. I'll do it in just a second. Oh! 3 in a row. Not bad, Chucky Fighter. Making up for lost time, huh? And with this, I'm pretty sure that Angelica Peak's performance will improve. Okay, let's see. How bad is it, the double kick against Wingle? Not that bad. Please flinch, 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 flinch. Damn it. Well, at least it failed. So that's why mostly my reading material is villainess manga and manhwa. That's not the only one that I like. Like, reincarnation is one trope that I really like because it's like undoing the mistakes that you've done, or starting in the worst position possible. Now, I think I prefer that one better. Like when the villainess is in the point where they are going to be ousted from society already, and they have to bring themselves back up. This one about the Duchess' daughter, that, oh my god, it got, like, I don't know if it got shafted or if it got cancelled or whatever, but it was one of my favorites. Oh my god, my cat is being annoying. I'll be right back. Lovely, lovely Lyra. I'm sorry. But Daddy's streaming. Anyway, I think, okay, one of my favorites is called Kill the Villainess. It's about this girl who literally cannot escape fate, and is looking for a way to do so. It's one of my favorites because all the leads suck, all the male leads except the one she chooses. She chooses an extra character that was not even part of the original story, and that's one of the... And the reason why he was able to help her break through was precisely because of that, because she chose him in order to break out of that hell that is being the narrative's... Come the fuck on! The narrative's scapegoat. And it's a really good one because she's not even allowed to die by the narrative. The narrative in this place being like a higher power. And being told that even if she did die, she would probably go back to the beginning, so she has to find a way to get out. And then there's these witches that are helping her through the way in order to die and whatnot, so that she can go back to her world. Otherwise, she's going to repeat everything over and over again. And literally, she has to defy fate in the most interesting ways by defying the narrative. And as she does that, she starts getting the attention of all the male leads, who all of them, absolutely all of them, suck. But they are driven by the narrative, in this case, both the narrative and the higher power, to fall in love with her, to keep her there. And it's already finished. I was reading it while it still wasn't fully finished, and I was so enraptured by it that I decided to go ahead and read the actual novel, and I don't regret it at all. It was an amazing read. I'll probably go back and reread it again, but it's probably gonna stick hard into my feelings. So I'll give it a night. Anyway, that was one of my recommendations. Another one is called Villains Deserve to Die. I read it originally when they were translating it as... I don't remember the original name, but now it's called Villains Deserve to Die, and honestly, oh my god, I really hate that trope, that when they get adapted, they get a terrible name. Like, why? Seriously? Is it on purpose? Are you shitting me? Like, seriously? They always choose the worst name. Sometimes they stick with the translation name, and that's good, because usually translator names are not that bad. But this one was one of the unfortunate ones that got shafted with a bad name. Anyway, it is so good. The feeling that it gives me is it's not petty revenge. Oh, I'm sorry, it's just that somebody is on top of a roof and I can see them from my house. And that's a little bit weird. From my window, I mean. It's not petty revenge, it's revenge in the way, like, this is how you treated me, and this is your comeuppance that she does unto everybody that fucked with her. And I believe the development of her falling in love with the main lead, who... oh my god, it's a really good read. If you like strong characters that learn... No, strong characters that learn to overcome their past in order to improve, and also sticking it to those who fucked her over, that's the reading for you. That's the manga for you. It's one of my absolute favorites. It's still ongoing, still not finished, but it's really, really close to the ending, because there's already some major character deaths where I am, and... Seriously, what the hell? I'm sorry, it's just they're with a lantern, and it's really creepy. It's creeping me out. Okay, next one should be Lillian. What do you have? Miracle Seed. Ugh. Yeah, that's the best that I can do with you. And let's see what else. There was another one. It wasn't that great, but I really enjoyed it because it was a character that decided to go against the flow. Okay, so maybe this infatuation of mine with the villainess started with Baccarina. I mean, they all do. Baccarina is a classic. It's not the best once you read all of them, but she was a trailblazer. So I have absolute respect for her. But I have others that are my favorites instead, like this one, like the Duchess' Daughter, blah blah blah. And there's so many more that I love. I cannot list them out here. I could, but I would be interrupting my gameplay, and I know that would be frustrating. Okay, how strong is your tackle? 9 attack. Not strong at all. And you cannot learn absolutely anything other than splash and tackle right now. So, you stay with the experience share, I guess. Okay, we're gonna be stuck here for a little moment. Besides that, what do I like to read? I like to read gay shit, of course. No, actually, not gay shit, lesbian shit. I haven't found a BL manga or manhwa that does not elicit in me the this again reaction. On the other hand, I really enjoy GL romance, soft GL romance. Please don't think I'm a pervert. No, with no offense to perverts in the world, my utmost respect to you. I'm just not that big into the erotic side of it. Mostly, I like the slow burn of two characters coming to realize that they are in love with each other and whatnot, and that's precisely why I'm not so big on BL stuff. Honestly, I wish there was a villainess manga like that. Oh, there actually is! I'm in love with the villainess, which is an amazing manga, which I absolutely love. I have not finished it, but I've already been told a little bit about what happens later in the story, and I'm like, wow, seriously? Holy shit! Like, wow! And I want to get back into it. But at the same time, since I've already been spoiled about that, I'm like, do I really want to get that into it? And I do, because it was one of the first ones that I was reading, and I really enjoyed it. That one, and this other one about a princess that does not have magic, and that's defies fate by doing magic objects, and how she kind of has a romance with this girl who was... I forgot the name of the manga, but they actually did an anime adaptation, which was actually not bad. Anime adaptations of that kind tend to be kind of shitty in the animation department. So I was happily surprised to see that they put a little bit more effort into this one. And it's like, I know this is kind of like slop. I enjoy this slop. And honestly, I wish there was more slop like this, because, like I said, I do not enjoy reincarnation stories of men so much, because I feel like the challenges that are there, I cannot resonate with them. Whereas the challenges for female characters, for villainesses, I love villainesses. You don't know how much I love villainesses. Oh, the one with the villainess, the one within the villainess, the one within the villainess, the one within the villainess. My god, my absolute god. It's the best. Seriously, one of my favorite villainess manga in the whole world, and it's gonna get an adaptation that I'm afraid is gonna be super shitty. I'm so afraid of how they're going to handle it, because it's one of my favorite stories about this girl who reincarnates as a villainess, but the villainess is stuck within her. Her soul is there, watching everything, but she gets all her memories as well. And she's like, that girl who reincarnates as a villainess, I love you, because you were one of my favorite characters, and I believe you deserve best, so I'm gonna live your best life, so that you can get a good ending. And it's the most heartwarming thing ever. I love how the reincarnated girl loves the villainess so much that it makes the villainess feel love again and not be a horrible person. And then inevitably the story takes you to a point where the main character appears and she is a shithead. Like, you absolutely hate her the moment she arrives, and for good reason. She's the worst. And makes the story go in the usual regular path, where the villainess is ousted and cancelled and whatnot. And at that point, the regular villainess returns and swears revenge because they took the world from her world, which in this case is the girl who had reincarnated as her. And she decides to get revenge to save her world, which is this girl. And it's the most... You have no idea. You have absolutely no idea. Every single time that... Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I need their names. I need to start learning names. Okay, the name in Japanese is Akuyaku no Reijo no Hito no Naka, meaning the one within the villainess. And Remilia is the villainess. Emmy is the name of the girl who reincarnates as Remilia. And every time... And so Remilia, in order to bring revenge for Emmy, who was shafted because the main character literally cheated and used potions and shit to put everyone against her and falsified evidence and took advantage of Emmy's good nature, she decides to take the story from her by fulfilling it for her. So she makes sure that nothing bad happens so that the main character has nothing to solve, and in doing so she says she's saving the world, but every time she mentions the world she means Emmy. She's saving her world. It's I love her so much. I love them so much. I reread this every so often again because it makes me feel hope that there is love in the world. Like, they're so sincere. Then on one side you're like, I love them as a couple, but another side, I love them as sisters, and the other side, I love them as mother and daughter, and it's absolutely the best. If you're gonna read something, also, it has some of the best comeuppance and some of the best expressions. Remilia is a villainess through and through. She can be evil as poison, but since she's doing this for someone she loves, it makes it all worth it for her. Literally every single time that someone compliments Emmy, her world, she loves that person because she realizes they have good taste. I want to read it again. I think I'm going to read it again. I'm excited. I want to read it again. Okay, yes, it's one of my favorites. And I reread it every so often because it is that good. It's not that long, and it's gonna get an anime adaptation, which I am hoping by Job it is good, because some parts of the anime have, of the manga have a very interesting style that I wish was done by the crew from Gekidani Nukuri. If you don't know who they are, Gekidani Nukuri is the people who did the witches in Madoka. And at some point, Remilia has to fight a god, and the way they depict the gods and the heavenly beings is so unlike the humans that they should be in a different animation style if they know what's good for them. They really should do the Gekidani Nikuri thing if they know what's good for them. But I'm sure that's not gonna happen because they do not have all the money in the world. I wish they could, but hey, maybe they might surprise me with something similar to that. Maybe it's not Gekidani Nikuri, but maybe they might do something interesting in that way. So long as they don't do just one picture, two picture things and do actual proper animation. Okay, one picture, two picture things, I mean like animated PowerPoint presentations, you know, the ones where they're just moving their mouths every so often and there's a zoom in and zoom out, and they just take advantage of framing to make it seem like there's action. But the action in this one is really, really good. It's worth animating. I really hope they do animate it. On the other side, another one that is one of my dearest that did not get that good of an adaptation was the observation log of my wife who calls herself the villainess, which is once you get used to the trope of the villainess, this is a breath of fresh air because you're seeing it from the point of view of the prince who is engaged to the villainess and who is bored of everyday life, but then this girl arrives saying she's a villainess and that she's going to be the best villainess in order for him to accomplish his truest love, and makes his life interesting from then onwards. And it's really, really lovely story. It's literally just a lovely story. That's it. It's not deep. It's not about revenge and whatnot. It's about a girl who wants to make this guy happy because he's her favorite, and in the way she falls in love with him and he falls in love with her, but she believes like she cannot get involved in the story because she knows what the best ending for him is and wants to get him the best ending he deserves. So it's really, really lovely. But the anime adaptation is kind of shitty. The voices are not the best, the animation is limited, the music, god, it sucks so much, and the sound effects, it's not bad, but I think Mother's Basement made a little review about it being slop, and it's like, you know what? I hate that you're right. It is trash to a certain extent. But it's my trash, so watch it if you liked any of the things that I gave to you today as homework. It's worth the watch. I personally enjoyed it a lot. So here we are, still going on this. If you want more manga or manhwa recommendations from me, well, first of all, how dare you? No, I'm just kidding. I don't think I have that best of taste. I do know what trash I'm into, and it might not be everybody's trash. But let me know if you want more manga or manhwa recommendations, I'll let you, and I'll tell you about them. Still, it gave me a good talk for a little while. Just that I really love those kinds of stories. I really love when one of these stories have like... okay. I really enjoyed the Game of Thrones books when I read them. I read them shortly before the first season was coming out, and I was really excited, and then I saw the first season and I was like, holy shit, this is so good. Then I went and saw how it kind of became worse and worse every season. Season 5, I decided, nah, I'm not gonna watch this anymore. If you know when I stopped, you know why I stopped. And I decided, no, okay, it's completely lost me. I'm not gonna watch this anymore. And I'm still looking forward to the books. And the reason why I enjoy them so much is because it's not just personal story. It's not just external stories. It's not a history book. It's a book where personal stories intertwine with greater storylines. Like, their actions are actually the history of Westeros. And I like that political intrigue. I like that political aspect. Like, when something stupid you do affects the world in general. And I like it when stories manage to do that. Maybe not necessarily politically, but when their actions have tangible consequences, but they are faithful to the character. That's why I like a lot of these villainous mangas, because I'm seeing it from the point of view of like, okay, Prince shunned this character because he wanted to be with someone who is not of the size, but the villainess, I like her better when she is aware of her station and her pretend, and puts in perspective of the reason why I was the fiance was because of what I put into the table, independently of if I liked or not the prince. So what he's doing is a terrible move. That's my favorite kind of stories, where there are rules that are respected. It's not that I hate the underdog becoming an upper dog. I like that, but I like when the world has rules that are properly respected and played with in fun, interesting ways. That's what I liked about Game of Thrones originally, because you knew the rules of the world. Either you win or you die. And every time you made a mistake, there were consequences. If you did something that was foolish, foolhardy, even if for the best of reasons, it had consequences. And sometimes you did something foolish, but it turned out good. But it was not the. But it's because it was properly thought out. Well, then it was not foolish, right? I guess. Anyway, what I like is when the world establishes some rules that are properly upkept, and when the main characters play with them to the point of you realizing, wow, they are smart and fun. I was reading a story about what was it? You know what? Let me just go to. Hold on a second. Never mind. I'm already in my my reader list. Okay, I guess I'm talking about this. Let's see my following titles. Okay, let's see. I really recently read history. Was reading this one called "I Saved You, but I'm Not Responsible." The concept seemed interesting on the outside. It was about this girl who was born with a different color hair when the hair color symbolized genetic blah 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 blah. And while she was beloved, at some point the mother dies and she's kind of kicked out. And since then she lives as a spy, and funnily she returns to that family because they have this other girl who is an imposter who got into the family saying she was the original daughter once they regretted kicking her out and shit, and was taking advantage of that spot in order to elicit some political intrigue because she wanted to connect with the other nation. But this girl who had been kicked out and adopted by a different kingdom, it was in the Middle Kingdom, which could not have a political marriage between the West and the East Kingdom, because that would mean that their already weak kingdom would be on the bullseye of the other guys. And that sounds super interesting. That's what got me right away. But when I read it, it felt like I was reading a wiki. Every other page was either a backstory, a dead wife flashback, or just an explanation of someone's powers. And while in some places it does play with the rules of the world interestingly, the way it pushes the envelope makes it annoying. Out of 75 chapters available, I read up to 68, and then I decided, nope, I'm not gonna continue this anymore. It's still not finished as far as I understand, and I hated it. I got caught with it. I'm not gonna lie, it's catchy. At some point I was just reading chapter after chapter to see if it got better, but that's how I felt with Game of Thrones, because I was like, I have the expectancy that this might improve and be what I liked at the beginning, but it never did. It actually got worse and worse because the world kept growing in weird directions rather than expanding upon the rules that it had written, changing them and making things annoying. And usually I don't mind characters who are strong so long as their strength has proper limits. And there is an actual, for example, you know, the One Punch Man thing. He's the strongest, but because he's the strongest, there's no fun in anything he does because he can't solve it with one punch, so what's the point of it? So there's a mental struggle there, a psychological aspect to the whole thing. I don't mind in that kind of stories. I actually like those. But in this one, the main character was so super strong, and it was always one step ahead of everything, all the time. And yes, sure, she might have been trained so well and blah blah blah, but she never made mistakes. The few mistakes that she did were just, you know, in order to make her seem a little bit clumsy and whatnot. I don't mean to call her Mary Sue, because she's not a Mary Sue. Fuck Mary Sue. The idea of Mary Sue's existing. I just feel like her story was not good. Her character could have worked great in the setting that they told me at the beginning of the story. but the way the story developed, it just I really, really disliked it. And the way I was seeing it, the main character's family did something stupid when they kicked her out, and then they regretted it. But they literally sent her to a tower where she was going to be locked. Sure, they thought that she was going to be safe and whatnot, but they only add that later. It's never explained to you that they thought that she was safe and whatnot until much, much later. And they're very regretful, and they still do not recognize her, and she expects them to recognize her. But at the same time, it's like, I'm glad that they did not recognize me, but she still feels sad and whatnot. And I'm like, girl, get over it. Second, they don't deserve you. Third, the story was going to a place where they would eventually recognize her and bring them together again. And I was like, fuck no. That's why I dropped it, actually, because it seemed like a lot of characters had already recognized her as the heiress that was missing. So it was inevitable that at some point the main family was going to find out. And we were already seeing so many good points from them that I was already realizing that moment when she was revealed, rather than saying, no, sorry, you kicked me out and I made my own life so I cannot go back to you, that was not going to happen. Instead, she was probably going to go back to her family and whatnot, and that's... Nah. I don't want to read that story. Maybe somebody else wants to, but I don't want to. So I really, really didn't enjoy that one. And I also don't want like an endless a character that is completely like one that was called Lady Ebony that I started reading it, and I might give it another chance. But she went through hell and back in a world that severely mistreated women. But at some point, it felt like it was overcompensating. The pain felt fetishistic, and she was not that affected by really, really traumatizing experiences. And to the point of becoming an extremely charismatic and smart and capable character in the span of like a couple of months after being brought out of jail. After being in jail for 5 years. And I'm like, girl, she was traumatized when she left. This is... What? That didn't seem realistic. And I'm all for characters becoming the best version of themselves. But she became incredibly capable out of the sudden without any qualms. Like, she was not dealing with the aftermaths of the trauma she went through at all. And the story was... uncharacteristically, unbalancedly cruel with women. So, I'm not sure if I'm gonna continue watching it, so whatever. It was interesting. I might give it another shot, but right now I'm not interested in continuing it. Not for the time being. The reason why I've read so many of these stories is because I like the setting, but of course, after some time you realize, well, not all of them are good. It's a trope in the end, and a trope is only an artifact, a tool for writing a story. That it has a trope doesn't mean that the story is going to be good necessarily. But I've liked the way the trope is played with, so that's why I enjoy it. And that's what a lot of people do. I do not like the overpowered male character trope, because the way that I've seen it played, I really dislike it. But that does not mean that I dislike main male characters. Like I said, ReZero, though I do believe Subaru is a trans girl in denial that was, well, not self-denial, but denied by the narrative and the adaptation to be a girl. But when you see the anime and read the story without the understanding of what Subaru was shunned for, he is a very, very compelling main male character who has to confront the fact that he is just the worst. And if he wants to be with the girl he fell in love with, he has to improve in many, many ways. Mentally, become more mature, realize the rules of the world, and learn how to play by them. Learn his place and how he can improve rather than demand a position that he is not worthy of just for being a certain way or being from a certain place. And it's an amazing story all in all. Because, like I said, the world has rules that are respected through and through. The witches are an amazing way of moving the plot and giving the story and giving the world backstory. Those same witches get involved with the main character in really interesting ways. And the main characters, oh man, it's a really good story. It's what every isekai, modern isekai wishes they could be, but they cannot be. And I'm not saying it's the best, I'm just saying that I really like the way they handled it. I think it made really, really good choices when it comes to the characters, story, world, etc. Blah blah blah. And it's worth a read. And I'm sure there's other isekai stories with male characters that are kind of worth it. Or worth it in general. I just haven't had good experience with all of these. And with the villainesses though, I always find compelling characters, underdogs who fight the story, have to respect the rules, and in the way find themselves while finding love. Or sometimes not finding love, but finding themselves. And that's why I've enjoyed these stories so much. But of course, not all of them are winners. In any case, I really need to stop reading manga and manhwa and get back to reading books. I think I'm gonna go back to reading Sense and Sensibility. I'll take advantage of the fact that I did not finish the movie to be surprised by the ending of it. Okay, by the way, I named these stream. I was implying that I would finish, or I would at least get to Mauville. But most of this stream, I've been just playing it safe, making sure that I'm high level enough to face May. I think I'm going against May the moment Lillian evolves. And I'll get to Mauville after that. Give me a second, I'm still a bit hungry. That's right. I'm hungry because I have not eaten. I think I'm gonna finish the stream in half an hour. And I'm gonna order something for myself. I really need to eat. I don't mind being back in my hometown that much anymore, but I do hate that there's pretty much nothing to order when it comes to fast food. There's pizza, there's hamburgers, there might be sushi, and there's a couple other things, but back when I was living near my university, it was a bigger city. And I got the chance to eat food from all over the world because it was a very international place. Actually, the local food kind of, well, it didn't suck. I just didn't like it that much. But that gave me the chance to have food from all over the world. Vietnamese, Iranian, Indian food. God, I miss Indian food so much. To the point where I come back here and see that the only thing that I can get for delivery is fast food, and I'm a little bit disappointed that before I had pretty much food from around the world, and now I just have this. I had to come back here for financial reasons, and well, that's the reason why I have a job that I don't like that much. I'm going back to that. But I think that's one of the worst parts of ordering. I was thinking of ordering something nice, but it's just the usual pizza, hamburger. I think I might go out for a hot dog instead. Not so far, and have some cash on me. How long is it for you to evolve? 375? Oh my god. Lillian is literally going to evolve before that guy. Oh, I did say I was getting Lillian to level 20. That was it. So, let's see, this Puchiana is probably gonna give me 60 something. 47. Ugh. Now I'm missing all those pluses that I was finding the other stream. Oh, good. Oh my god. Finally, some good luck. Also, I haven't found a single electric, and okay. Makes sense. That's my fault for jinxing it. Yeah, I know. Nah, I'm going back there. I need more PP for my Mega Drain anyway. $383. So that would be around 8 battles. You evolve on level 20, right, Lillian? Why am I asking you? You're just gonna say shum shum, something like that. Let's see. No, you evolve at level 23. But you do get something nice at level 20, right? No, you don't. You don't get anything. And yet you are my biggest weapon against... Oh man, I'm gonna get fucked. I wish I had a low tat. The static only works when you are attacked? When the Pokemon with static is attacked? Or do they also inflict paralysis upon attacking with a physical move? Let's see. A Pokemon with this ability is hit by a move that makes contact. 1/3 chance that the attacking Pokemon becomes paralyzed. And yes, it's only if the attacking Pokemon or the attacking Pokemon. There's 1/3 chance, but in Generation 8 it's changed to 51%. Man, I really don't want to play new gen Pokemon. I mean, I might at some point, but I'm really glad that I don't have money to get a Switch. So sad. But seriously, I don't want to be a downer. I had a really good conversation about villainous manga and manhwa just a moment ago. I'm sure I have something else like that in me. What else do I have? No idea. So, Paralives came out in Pride Month. Well done. I see what you did. And I still have not played it. But after the whole debacle with The Sims and EA being bought by that company, I liked The Sims a lot. I remember when I was a kid and I got myself The Sims 1. I had the discs and everything in the little special box. Used it so much that it got so scratched to hell and back. I don't think I can find it if I look for it. I think they threw it away already. But I really enjoyed that game. Never played 2 and 3, but I did start to play 4 for a little while. I remember I made all my OCs as Sims. All, of course, except Griswold, of course. I don't think I can do Griswold there. I might be able to find custom content in order to emulate him and then whatever, but there's several things that I cannot do there that I would need to do myself and whatnot. Anyway, I really played it a lot, even without the expansion packs. It sucked, but I did get a lot of mileage out of custom content and mods. And I got obsessed to a really big degree. But then the whole buyout happened, and I realized that a lot of the people who I used to follow for content stopped producing because they were like, you know what, this is kind of not worth it. And I see the community dwindling down, and I was a bit disappointed that happened. Such a community stopping to support a game they used to love because of the actions of the people who own it. Really sucks. So when I saw that Paralives was coming out, I was like, you know what? This is probably going to be where every one of those creators comes to. And yeah, it might just be starting now, but in the future it might get up to the point that was in The Sims. It'll take a couple of years, so I don't think I'm gonna play it right away, but I have high I have high expectations. Come on, for that game. I'm really sure that they will make it, and I'll be more than willing to give it a try at some point. I am watching my fantasies right now, so I don't think I can buy it right away. But I might make a stream or two of it in the future. Who knows? We'll see. After playing this Emerald run, I think I'm going to play another horror game. You know, I think I'm missing one of the what's the series that I was playing from RPG Maker. What was it? The Strange Men series? And I don't remember what was the last man that I'm missing. I got the Crooked Man, the Sandman, the Paperman. I don't remember, but I think that's what I'm gonna do after I'm finished with this. Okay, I don't want Tommy Peckles to sleep, so let's bring Beverly Bighead. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Oh shoot, not Splash, I want to tackle. Whatever. Beverly, you're out. Tommy Peckles, you're in. That's alright. One water gun should get rid of you. But I should probably go to more popular games after that. You know, your Minecraft, your Valorant, your Fortnite and whatnot. I played Fortnite with my nephew the other day and I was like, hey, this is kind of fun. So I was considering actually making myself an account, but I'm so late to the party. The Selectric resists only flying or water too? Only flying. Yay, flinchies! Well, it's gonna be only water from now on because now my attack is lower. Really? One turn? And then you paralyze me. How dare you? Sure, growl all you want. Growl all you want. Come on, Tommy Peckles. You're better than this. Okay, how many battles until Beverly Bighead evolves? 9 minus maybe 8. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go against May. I'm hungry. What do you have? Soothbell. Yeah, you keep that. So it's gonna be Lillian, Angelica, and Tommy Peckles. So Lillian, I'm giving you Quick Claw. Tommy Peckles. Instead, you're getting... I'm giving you an Oranberry. And Angelica Peckles. You'll get the King's Rock. Ready or not, here we go! Did we fight this kid? Yes, we did. You know what, Gulpin? Maybe later, not right now, okay? Okay, I'm saving here. I'm ready. Well, I'm as ready as I can be. Hi Gris, long time no see. While I was searching for other Pokemon, my Pokemon grew stronger. So, how about a little battle? Okay. The time of truth has come. And we start with Lombra. Okay. Good place to start. Just regular. I think this is the only good thing he has against Tommy Peckles. Against me. Yes, against Tommy Peckles. Then we get a Slugma. That's alright, Tommy Peckles can sleep after this. And we bring Lillian. It's all up to you. Nice. Does the seated damage count for the bite? Yes, it doesn't! Oh, come on. Wait, does Lillian have... Yes. I thought I gave you Quick Claw. It's not proccing. Wow, I was so scared of this battle. Okay. So long as I have a flying Pokemon... Oh, no, wait. The reason... Wait, it's a Marshtomp. The Marshtomp is supposed to be the hardest one of them all. So long as I have a grass Pokemon to deal with it, I guess that's okay. And there we go. That was a battle I was so scared about. Ah. Oh, she had the item finder. I forgot where I got it. I don't think I have to train that hard for the next time we battle. I'm pretty sure we'll all do fine. So, buy Oranberry, buy King's Rock, buy Quick Claw, and you stay like that. And you get the King's Rock. Do you have an Awakening? Nope, but I have a full heal. Courtesy of Tommy Peckles. And I might as well use the item finder. I got a Great Ball. How are you doing? We need just 246.
Could I see your Pokemon? Just one look, please.
Okay, full throttle time. If you can't group, you get left behind. Yay, I can deal with this. We probably should get rid of the electric first. Please die. Thank you. And Chucky, don't get electrocuted. God damn it. Okay. That was fun. Please, Chucky, break through the paralysis. Only once. Please, 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 please. Yes! Thank you, Chucky. You can rest. Finally! Level 20! Nah. You're gonna stay. Okay, I thought that... I was certain that I was gonna be fully paralyzed. Yay! Chucky Fighter, level 16! Ah yes. The eponymous Nuzleaf, after whom Nuzlocks are named. And it died in one hit. Alrighty.
I wanted to complete my collection.
You got into the groove alright. Oh, nice money. What? Beverly Big Head is evolving? About time. Yay, finally! Proper attacking moves! $57 attack, holy shit! Oh look, money. Anyway, Beverly Big Head. That's enough. Now it's XJ9's turn. I won that double battle. I enjoy it. Double battles are fun. I know, it's higher risk, but what's the point? If you're not going to enjoy or having... what's the point of playing if you're not going to enjoy it? No, wrong. Wrong button. I wanted to save. I have foreseen your intentions. I cannot possibly lose. I fell off cycling road. I'll get over my embarrassment by battling you. Oh, fuck, Magnemite. Ah, phooey. Oh. Fighting hidden power. Oh, good. Come on, Tommy Peckles. Flinch! Good. Please be confused. What? Why do you use metal sound? Now I'm confused. Come on! That's so little! Well, at least you flinched. Seriously, please don't bring out another Magnemite. Oh, it was just 2. I failed to prophesize my own demise. Oops, I ended up losing. Throws herself off the bridge. And yet nothing for Chucky Fighter. That's alright, it gave us 3 in a row. Not every battle has to have a reward. But they're appreciated, nonetheless. Come on, Tommy Pickles. Hurry up, I want to eat. All for a measly Pokeball. That's it. New berries! Nana, are these the useless berries? The ones for Pokeblocks? Nanav? Oh yeah, it's a Pokeblock ingredient. I think these were given a use in Pokemon Go or something like that. And this is the last guy I have to fight before going to Mauville. I want a Whalmer. I'm definitely gonna get a Whalmer. There's a lot of routes where using a Super Rod gets you one. And I've already got a Tentacool and a Gyarados. So I do not have to get more of those. Whalmer. I find Whalmer super cute, to be honest. I would love to have a giant Wilmer plush. And Tommy Peckles got to level 20. Do you evolve now? When do you evolve? And you get... Oh, no, you do not get anything. And... we're here! We're in Mauville! If I had a bike, it'd be easy to cycle to Slateport for some shopping. Be able to buy Harbor Mail, the Pokemon Mart in Slateport. Oh, you have harbor mail. Will you trade it in for a coin case? Yes, I love gambling. Just kidding, I hate gambling. But gambling is one of the few ways where I can get really good TMs. Just gonna grab a couple of things here. Rock Smash guy. Maybe the Rock Smash dude. If Rock Smash was more easily erasable, it would be awesome. We are the Pokemon Fan Club. We are in the air. On this program, we get your opinions, and I shout them on your behalf. Isn't that a fantastic program concept? Not really. Today, we bring you this report from our reporter who we sent out to the Pokemon Fan Club. So, just who is today's featured Pokemon fan? Gris! Yes. Oh, me on TV? Wow! Let's see what Gris has to say about Angelica Peak, the Torchic. And I will shout those words of love out loud on TV. Hoo! Ha! Let's shout! And let's see what it was about Torchic that attracted Gris. Received. Wow, such spectacular declaration. Trainer's love for the Torchic comes across loud and clear. That's right. I was given to it. I was given it. I had no choice. Oh, there's still more. Let's check it out. Let's see now. We ask Gris, what do Pokemon mean to you? Together. Bravo. Yeah, that's the only thing that I could say. That's the only thing that I could think at the time that I could say instead of what I actually wanted to say. And sir, give me a bike, now. Yes. I want the Mac bike, of course. I really like those hacks where you can get both of the bikes and you don't have to come here to exchange them. Alright, so every stream should end with a promising battle. So, let's do that. Let's battle this young gentleman here that will surely be a huge a difficult battle. I forgot what I was going to say.
Please, may I, please?
Now, hold on, Wally. Since you started living with Pokemon, you've grown quite a lot stronger. But don't you think you're pushing it to solidly challenge a GM?
I'm not pushing it. If I combine forces with Rollitzek, we can beat anyone. Oh, hi, Gris. I've gotten a lot stronger since we met. Gris, I want you and my uncle to understand that. Please, will you have a battle with me? Gris, thank you. Okay, here I come.
We're gonna mop the floor with his face. Oh no! He has a Ralts, and it's higher level than me! Oh no, wait, no, it's my same level. Never mind. I'm sure its next move is gonna be great. Whoops. Oh wow, and next Gen I got to level 15.
I lost. Uncle, I'll go back to Bird and Turf. Gris, thank you. Being a trainer is tough, isn't it? It's not enough to just have Pokemon make them battle. That isn't what being a real trainer is about.
Well, there's no need to be so down on yourself. Wow, what's keeping you from becoming stronger and stronger? Come on, let's go home. Everyone's waiting for you. First, it just dawned on me that you must be the trainer who kept an eye out for Wallow when he caught his Pokemon. Why don't you visit us in Bird and Turf sometime? Sure, Wallow would enjoy it. Yeah, fuck that kid. Heh, I was watching that match. You're friends with that boy Wally, aren't you? No. Hell no. Would have been nice if he had been friends with him. But he didn't hold anything back and beat him impressively. Yes, I mopped the floor with him. Yeah, that's what a real Pokemon battle is all about. I idolize trainers like that. I'll be cheering for you. What a weird guy. Anyway, I believe this is a good place to call it. We got everything out of Mauville except for the gym, and we'll be doing that later. But for now, thank you so much for joining me in today's stream, for watching me draw if you did watch me draw, for watching me grind if you watched me grind, and for being nice about my terrible taste in manga and manhwa. I hope I see you again next time, and peace! What a way to end this stream.